That program cost is for construction of classrooms at Yannicon, Washington, multi-purpose space in those schools, small learning space in those schools. It's for the middle school, bringing all of our 6th graders out of the elementary schools to the middle school and allowing us to create a true middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and a middle school educational model where our students are actually learning with their appropriate, developmentally appropriate grade level with content-specific instruction. They're not really elementary students in 6th grade anymore. It will also allow us at the high school to take, I saw a lot of hands for Nutley High School. How many of you remember the media center space, the library space, with the hallway going right down the middle of it, and your classes being interrupted by every single other student coming through? People say to me, I don't understand how that's a priority. You know, how is that renovation a priority? It provides us additional classroom space. It provides us additional small learning space. It provides us space for our practical arts program. Our practical arts program are the ones that allow students to work in engineering, welding, robotics, doing some of the more, what we would used to call vocational when I was in school, trades. It allows us an opportunity to have space for kids to build things and make things and do stagecraft. So yeah, it's a priority, as well as the extra space to have our PE classes move out of the hallways, if you don't mind. So with that $70 million, all of those projects happen. To be clear, we bond for 68-point-something million because the Board of Education has been fiscally efficient, has created a capital reserve where they can contribute $2.4 million to that project. Additionally, the numbers we were waiting for from the state is what's called debt service aid. It's how much the state will contribute to our renovations and new construction to offset the cost of the project. So while we still have to bond for the 70 or $68 million, we are going to receive a little more than 13% from the state in debt service aid for those renovations and new construction to offset the cost. So over the life of the bond, the taxpayer's liability is actually almost $59 million. So that 13% brings that cost down significantly and brings the taxpayer impact down significantly. Additionally, because of the timing of the bond, it changed a little bit. When we first did our town halls last January, we had expected to be able to vote in September, to be able to start bonding in January, to be able to do shovels in the ground in June, and to have everybody in their new school spaces in September 2020. With the review process from the state and the architects and the bond attorneys and the financial analysts, I think you all know that we weren't able to even have the discussion of moving forward with the referendum until our September 11th board agenda. The county requires 60 days for us to have a referendum question on the ballot. We were too late for the general election November 7th, so the first available election that we can ask the taxpayers to allow us to bond is December 12th. The polls